Welcome back to GDT Tech Reviews. In this video we are going to do a deep personal suggestion. Don't forget to subscribe and click on the bell icon for more videos. We will be also providing affiliates link to purchase from Amazon. Kindly use to for best offers and purchase from anywhere in the world. So let's get started. The LG 32-on-880 Ultra Fine Display Ergo is an ultra-color accurate 32-inch 4K monitor, with HDR10, that covers 95% of the DCI-P3 color gamut. That all sounds like an incredibly high-end monitor, which makes it one of the most approachable 4K monitors for creative professionals working from home. Not that the rest of the package lags behind or anything. This is a 32 and 4K monitor with a beautiful IPS display. It covers 95% of the DCI-P3 color gamut, which when combined with the 350 nits of brightness makes for an extremely comfortable experience when editing photos. Over the course of a couple weeks and editing dozens of photos for reviews and features, we're still amazed by just how accurate and bright colors appear on this monitor. The refresh rate is locked at 60 Hz, not that many graphics cards are really capable of driving 4K above 60 FPS right now. However, it does have FreeSync support, which is good news for the legions of creatives with an AMD GPU that want to get some gaming done on the side. There's also a wealth of different input options available at the back of the display. You get 2 HDMI, a DisplayPort and 1 USB-C, along with 2 USB-A ports, though the latter will only work if you've connected your PC to the monitor via USB-C. While laptop displays have been adopting narrower and narrower bezels, mirroring what we've seen in smartphones, monitors are a bit behind. Luckily, that's not quite true here. The LG 32-on-880 has incredibly thin bezels at the top and the sides, with a bit of a thicker one at the bottom, where you'll find the LG logo. Combined with the ergonomic stand, this makes the 32-on-880 have an incredibly modern aesthetic. The BenQ PD3420Q includes a silver height adjustable stand. The stand adjusts the top of the monitor from 17.9 inches to 23.4 inches from the desk. That height range easily allowed me to position the monitor at eye level, which tends to be better on the neck and back than looking down towards the desk. The screen has a thin black bezel on 3 sides, with a thicker black strip at the bottom. No controls are visible from the front, giving it a nice clean look with just the screen, bezel, and a tiny power light at the bottom right. On the back of the monitor, an on-off button, joystick, and 2 mode buttons sit in the bottom corner, within easy reach. The monitor houses ports with USB-C, USB 3, and a headphone jack on the left side. The remainder of the ports sit at the back of the monitor, situated under an optional plastic cover. Those ports include one more USB-C port, which can also power devices that use a USB-C charging port. The monitor can also connect with 2 HDMI ports, DisplayPort, USB Type-B, or 3 USB 3.1 ports. Plugged into the back is the hotkey Puck G2 control for the monitor itself. Most monitors have a very clunky experience when it comes to making adjustments. The hotkey is a more straightforward, user-friendly way to adjust the monitor. The dial in the center of the hotkey adjusts brightness, but can be switched to contrast or volume. The 3 mode keys flip through MBook, sRGB, and Display P3, while a button at the top serves as a back button. I knew the PD3420 would have a sturdier build just by picking up the box. This behemoth of a monitor weighs more than 20 pounds. There's still quite a bit of plastic on the back and bevels. It's a fairly large monitor. The bezels are thin, but not invisible, and the whole thing weighs roughly 21 pounds. It's easy to attach to the included stand, which allows it to swivel and pivot. The base also allows for up to 4 inches of vertical height adjustment. You don't have to pile a bunch of books underneath the base in order to get it to the correct height. The sturdy black case opts for a relatively understated look. But, this is partly a gaming screen, so it does incorporate some elements of RGB lighting into the design. It's subtle, though, so it would still fit just fine into even the most buttoned-up corporate office without issue. The base provides a sturdy foundation that doesn't move much, even when you touch it. With a built-in SD card reader, I found myself actually touching the monitor more than I do my typical display. That makes a sturdy base is even more crucial. If you want to look even more like a creative pro, you can attach the magnetic shade that comes in the box. Color-accurate displays often employ a shade or hood for the same reason camera lenses use hoods. They're trying to keep light from hitting the surface and creating glare. MSI's hood attaches easily, but it's relatively shallow. The Dell Ultra Sharp U2720Q is a good 4K monitor that comes with HDR support and wide connectivity options. Like its predecessor, the Dell U2718Q, it features an IPS panel with good viewing angles, allowing you to easily share your work with colleagues. Images and text look sharp due to its high resolution, and its 27-inch screen provides plenty of space for multitasking. If you want to do some gaming on the side, it has a good response time and low input lag. However, there's no VRR support of any kind. On the bright side, its ergonomics are excellent and its USB-C input supports DisplayPort Alt mode. The Dell Ultra Sharp U2720Q is a good monitor for most uses. It's a great choice for any productivity task, as it provides enough screen real estate to have multiple windows open simultaneously, and its 4K resolution makes text and images look incredibly sharp. Its input lag is low and response time is good, but it doesn't support any variable refresh rate technologies. It has impressive coverage of the Adobe RGB color space for content creators, although you may want to calibrate the monitor first, as its out-of-the-box color accuracy is only decent. First things first, when it comes to the actual visual quality of the screen, the Ultrafine 5K is perhaps one of the single best monitors I've ever used. Nothing I've seen can match it for color, brightness, and clarity. The display puts the already excellent display on the new MacBook Pro to shame, and going back to my old Retina MacBook Pro, circa 2013, felt like looking through a dusty window. The Ultrafine uses the same clever trick as Apple's Retina displays. Instead of running everything at the impossible tiny native 5120 by 2880 pixel resolution, the Ultrafine 5K by default renders scales things up to more standard resolutions of, say, 2560 by 1440 when it comes to visual elements of things like fonts and icons, and using the extra pixels to render things twice as sharp. And much like it did when the iPhone 4 first debuted the Retina display, it's a wonderful experience, with text rendered crisp even at the smallest font sizes and images appearing vibrant and clear. Between the high resolution and wide display, the Ultrafine 5K is a multitasker's dream. From a design perspective, the 27-inch Ultrafine 5K display is virtually identical to LG's smaller 4K 21.5-inch panel, which runs for a comparatively cheap $699.95.